But good.
Two best friends,
Okay.
Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Let's go take down the system. Wink, 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 wink.
Wink, wink.
Oops, I slipped. Oh, wait. There
But
we
at
go.
the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in
Bucket,
horror.
why?
Had this been
Bucket,
the bucket's
no.
plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Silly birds.
Silly birds.
Silly birds.
Yay!
The control buttons became active again.
Oh.
Yay!
Oh.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
Oh.
And Stanley was happy.
A good ending.
This is the best ending. Look at those penis goose.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit, did all the viewers dip from the stream? It says 0 viewers. Is that just a consequence of me, like, fucking up?
It says 3 for me.
Okay, it's just the Wi-Fi then.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Aww.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Hell
And
yeah.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. No, said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Go
somewhere else.
The cargo lift.
I love the
yes.
bucket's
Go
voice.
there. Good, said the bucket.
Good.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Hell yeah.
Not falling off yet.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Love this.
Hell yeah.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Yes. I'm not
Oh,
doing the
yeah,
unplug
yeah.
yet.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley
Oh.
and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
It's a nice place. We don't have a TV. Oh, we have a TV. This is a nice place.
Hell yeah.
This is a nice apartment.
I would live here. Well, there's his bucket.
Hello, Stanley. It's
Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press U to take me to work with you.
Yay.
The Stanley
Whoa.
Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press you to take me back home with you.
Lately,
Yay.
I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press for you to go back to work.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
He
That's
hates
it.
objectophiles.
It doesn't do anything else.
It can do many things besides that.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press D for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
What? Okay.
Press X to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad.
Abusive.
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press X to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an
Yeah,
amount of
music.
water from one room to another.
Yeah.
Press B to relive this same day with me, over and over.
Hell yeah.
God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press M to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no.
Yay.
I'm having feelings. For the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give
No.
it to me. Give me the bucket,
No.
Stanley. I need it.
No.
Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Close your eyes. Okay.
Go back to work, Stanley.
Okay.
Wow.
Such a fucking weird game.
Oh my god, that was scary.
That was scary.
I need the bucket. But the door will close. I can't take the bucket with me.
Wow.
No bucket.
No bucket. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven.
Yay.
This is
Oh my gosh,
amazing.
yes.
This is amazing.
I love buttons. This whips.
You get something from pressing all of these?
I'm pretty sure they just become untouched. Yeah, there's no way to.
This is amazing.
I love the fucking buttons. Very pretty room though. Looks nice with 90-degree FOV, which you can finally fucking have.
Mhm.
Boom.
Oh, so that's what FOV means. It's literally just degrees.
Yes.
All of
makes
his
sense.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply a good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction. Stanley
We love
clutched
you,
the
bucket.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, what on the left have we have not done yet? We've not done the Rocket League. Let's go do Rocket League with Bucket.
Let's go.
Yay.
Bucket. Good bucket.
Unless it's just gonna be new games. What if it's just different games? That'd be insane.
That'd
Huh.
be crazy.
We have to keep finding fig leaves also.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What am I doing? Oh, we can do the mind control facility. It's fine. It's fine. No mind control. Escape.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I fucked up.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Thank you, bucket. Yeah, I went this way by mistake. Get back, what'd you miss?
A lot.
We wanted to have coitus with the bucket.
Yeah. We fucked the bucket.
Oh, there's an insane love triangle between me and the
Stanley and
narrator
the
and the
bucket
bucket.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
No, not the bucket.
Not the bucket.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Did not fuck the
At
bucket.
this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful
We
death.
were
for each of
about
them.
to fuck the bucket.
Yeah. Then the narrator came in and intervened.
Can't believe it's shaking my head.
The narrator was fucking jealous.
I like this section. It reminds me of
As the
Half-Life 2.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death. It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Oh my god, there's gonna be a fucking bucket museum?
Oh my god.
The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You're standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Let's find out.
I'm so excited about this bucket.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Mm-hmm.
25 buckets.
That's... I think that's more than 25.
The greatest number of buckets ever
photographer-
captured on camera.
The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Okay, can't go this way. Oh my
Oh
fucking
my
god!
god. Oh my god.
A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Oh, this is real legible text. That'd be cool. Inferno bucket. Replica of the Inferno bucket, in which the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket.
Wow.
Pretty cool
Amen.
bucket. The stress bucket analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance. Vulnerability, size, and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies, holes. Less stress, level water in the bucket. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. The stress bucket presented without commentary. True.
Truth.
Whoa.
Incredible.
We
Okay.
love bucket.
So they found bucket. They had water damage. They used bucket to contain the water, and they started using it to give to animals. Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Note in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Wow.
So true.
Oh, can't go that way.
The
No
chance.
man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
The hanging
This
bucket.
is so good.
This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
We're going to turn off the game? Yes.
Let Stanley die.
Oh, never
Let him
mind.
be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Okay.
Wow. Wouldn't the bucket get killed too?
Maybe not.
I think the bucket is too powerful.
Yeah.
True.
Ah, so cool. Oh, this is just here forever now. Cool.
Oh, cool.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps, the embrace of an old friend.
Yowza.
A weathered companionship that stands the test of time.
Hell yeah.
Stanley
I imagine
clutched the
the
bucket
game is
tightly to his
perfectly
chair.
normal
This
if you
was
don't
not
pick up the
direct
bucket.
way to the meeting
Well,
room.
probably.
But Stanley had
Not
felt
perfectly
the bucket
normal,
calling
there's
to
probably
him,
some different
telling
shit.
him that
Probably.
the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Okay, what now? I
Stanley
think
took the door on his
Rocket
left
League.
to go back to
Jump
the
off
meeting
the
room.
thing?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
I don't know what
Said
is
the
what.
bucket.
I just know what.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
The car's
Hello
finished.
there.
Yes.
Good,
Good.
said the bucket.
Now ride
Now
the
the
lift
lift
all the way to the top. There's
There's something up there I need you to do.
Or you could
Stanley did not
unplug.
question why
Huh?
or how this bucket
Or you
was
could
speaking to
unplug.
him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But
Rocket
Stanley
League with
chose not
bucket.
to think about
Yes.
this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the
unplugged
bucket
too.
had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see? There's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this
No.
point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
I'm sorry.
Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Yeah, okay. Oh my god.
Now then, I'm going to run you through
This
some test
is a bucket.
scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a
This is a
bucket.
game show?
Simple enough, right?
This
This
is
should tell
awesome.
us everything we'll ever need
This
to
is like
know
Squid Game.
about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
I love Squid Game.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
I think it's... Oh,
Can you move? Yeah, you can.
Okay, I have to. I love this music.
yeah.
It's the same fucking motif as the Office as well.
Oh, that's fun.
It's a dun 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 dun.
Well, Bree, is it a bucket or not?
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 2.
Oh my god.
Is this a bucket?
May I inspect it? No, I'm not allowed to get down.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Damn it.
What's the difference?
That one's 3D printed.
Item 3.
And real buckets aren't.
Is this a bucket?
Something I'm really liking is that when the bucket stops on the conveyor, they've all had different physics so far.
Oh?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Is this one heavy enough? I think so. Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of hard to tell because of the stream frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Huh?
Correct. This is a
Oh, yeah.
tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
This one.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
It's like the impossible quiz.
Item 6.
Yeah.
Is this a bucket?
I hope there aren't alternate
Trick
endings.
question. Both. Gotcha.
I hope there are
there's an
multiple.
alternate endings for like every single
Wait,
choice.
hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Is that a bucket?
Oh,
Freeze this a
wait, I
bucket?
should
It's nothing. So, it's not a bucket. Yeah?
well, conceptually, is the known universe a bucket?
Oh.
Is
that's
that
a hard
well?
one.
All
Does it
you're
not
looking at
contain
right
us?
now, all you're looking at right now is that picture that's showing a picture of a bucket and saying, "Is this a bucket?" And yeah, that's a bucket.
Mm.
Okay, you and I
Damn.
both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
No.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
Yes.
Am I a bucket?
You are.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the
No.
game.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Here we go.
No.
No.
Was I
What
erased
happened?
too?
Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait,
Was everything a
was
bucket?
everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Untrue.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
We learned that everything
All
is
of
a
his
bucket,
co-workers
and
were
it's so
gone.
epic.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man.
How much fucking
and a
bucket
better
dialogue is there?
co-worker. In time,
I know,
perhaps,
I'm
he
like,
would
this
become both
rules.
of those things. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No.
No.
Never mind.
Never mind.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left
Fuck
to go
you,
back
bucket.
to the meeting room.
Okay, here we go.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
The cargo lift, yes. Go. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do. Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking.
No, you...
Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
It's
Did
funny,
you see-
Stanley.
Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it, but there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is.
Yes.
Sitting
Yes.
here.
Comedy video.
Look.
Tutorial.
Comedy tutorial.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic
Hell yeah.
timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them
Simpsons.
in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, Provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with
I'm
the
Dunny
funny.
with the funny!
I'm Donnie with the funny.
Good.
I'm Dunny with the
This saying
funny.
is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys.
Oh.
Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in
I think
laughter
comedians
and even
should do
tripled over in
that.
laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery.
Yes.
Come along, let's
Oh,
head
this is
back.
so exciting. I'm so excited.
I hope he follows everything in the fucking video.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I can feel
Oh,
it.
this is gonna be
This
great.
time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the...
The video lagged for me.
Otherwise,
I thought
who
it said
knows where
the king
we'd
of
be
comedy.
right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke
king
to
of
Stanley.
The
bucket spoke.
The king.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
His fucking, like, oh, how preposterous voice sounds like Discord.
Oh my god, it does.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop.
Stop.
It
Everything's
doesn't
fine.
sound like Q from Star Trek, though. It only sounds like this.
It only sounds like Discord.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Huh.
What? We're back at the phone already. No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think
Aww.
I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Oh no, it's happening.
Yeah.
No,
You ready?
no.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
It's happening. We're going to get the ending.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
No.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Let me try again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Wow.
That was a good ending.
That was sick.
I'm tempted to go back to the game show.
Whoa, huh?
We got the alt
All of his
office?
co-workers were gone.
This is a new alt
What
office,
could
I
it
think.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Huh.
Interesting.
Sometimes there is just an alt office.
Stanley
Okay.
clutched the bucket tightly
Okay.
to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
No.
No, never mind. The bucket was
No.
wrong. Stanley
No.
took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Doink.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
Yeah?
I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh,
Yay!
You see, your friends and I are concerned
It's
for you,
everyone.
Stanley. We've come together
It's
here
my
because we
wife.
care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The
Oh.
bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new.
the fans!
Yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
oh, the fan moves. Oh my god.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yes!
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm going to have to put something down.
The bucket up. Oh.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character.
Oh?
This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
This poor bucket.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Stanley, you fucked it.
Bucket Destroyer?
Bucket Destroyer.
Oh my God.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
God.
Man. Okay, let's go feed it the bucket.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Once again, an intervention.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
The baby.
The baby.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
And the
We've
serious
come together
room.
here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
It's the whole thing.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Yeah.
Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes. Whee! Look at that wacky line.
I can't
Who
get it right.
knows
Okay.
where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
It, yeah.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley's addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up. Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Yes.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Goodbye, bucket. You are good and cool.
Now listen to me. It's crucial
I can't
that
do
you
it.
give it the bucket.
Oh,
I don't
no.
know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying
won't
buckets
let you?
is all it
I'm not
knows.
allowed.
That is its singular personality trait.
The bucket
I
is
can
like,
hear you say,
bitch.
how does
Bitch.
a character with only one personality
No.
trait deserve to join the
Was there something else you could do to like stop it?
Well, you see, if you were to really explore
Jump.
the bucket destroyer,
Jump?
you would see that its desire to
Off the
crush
side.
buckets is so densely
fall.
loaded with complexity
Can you
and
jump
nuance
into it?
that it's really like 10 personality
Hey,
traits.
bucket.
What other object in this game
Damn it.
can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of bucket destroyer merchandise the
Yeah, get
fans
out
will
of
be
here.
clamoring for after this. Okay,
Fuck.
the bucket destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We
there's a
can't
door.
get back to the classic Stanley
open the
Parable
door.
characters
Damn it.
like the Adventure Line or the bucket destroyer
ooh,
until you crush that damn
Oh, there was a
bucket.
plug.
Quickly now,
Can you
the
unplug
fans
it?
are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want.
No.
Hurry and
Okay. We may not.
We are not allowed.
Okay, I want to go back to the quiz.
Yeah.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Um,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle
This,
embrace.
I love
More.
you, bucket.
Protective, yet delicate. Assertive, yet compassionate.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chin. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned
No.
out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Yes.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself.
No.
Yes, perhaps it truly... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
A cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
And I will
Stanley
get all the
did not
figlies as
question
well.
why or how this bucket was speaking
Yeah.
to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
Oh.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket... No, stop! Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this
Did you read my
point."
mind? What?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if
Vivid
that's
wants to
true,
figlies. Yes,
well,
yes, of
my
course, I'm worried.
goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your
Mac, are you watching
understanding of
something?
what is and
No.
isn't a bucket. Please, step in
Vorchi
here.
is. I laughed.
Oh. What's Vorchi doing?
I don't know.
What?
What are you doing, Vorchi?
What?
I heard things.
What? Can you hear through my headphones?
A little bit. What is it?
Shit. I saw a fucking video on my timeline. I don't know what this is.
You'll tell me whether
Fucking,
or
I
not
put
the
it
thing
in
I'm
Twitch
showing
chat.
you is
Okay.
a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll...
Let's have a look see this video. What is this?
Hopefully this doesn't break your computer.
I'm not streaming it. Chat, you'll just have to hear the audio. Okay.
Ooh, Arby's! Oh, yeah! I'm in heaven, Mr. Squidward. You know, Arby's got a bad rep. It's not so bad once you try it. Arby's. Let me fucking heart stop! Don't do it, Mr. Squidward. It can't be that bad. Looks good to me. 12 seconds later. Damn, that shit tasted terrible! SpongeBob me, Bob.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs?
Promise me you'll never eat at Arby's. Oh, I'm fucking dying!
Well, Mr. Krabs, you're very lucky to be alive. Let's take a look here. Oh no! Oh no!
What is it, Doctor?
Stay away from me! It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll see you again!
My fucking god.
Arby's.
What fucking... Is Arby's that
You
bad?
need to know about
Yeah,
what
Arby's
is
suck shit.
or is
Fuck
not
Arby's.
a bucket.
I
Okay,
don't like
let's begin.
Arby's.
We like to take a moment to... Oh!
I don't remember the last
Is
time I
this a bucket?
had Arby's.
This is a bucket.
Incorrect. It
No,
is a
it isn't.
hologram of a
Get
bucket,
everything
not
wrong.
an actual bucket. Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not
Wait,
an
no.
actual
Okay, it's fine.
bucket.
Good locations aren't even
Item
that good.
3.
Okay.
Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Last time I had Arby's, it was only mozzarella sticks because I didn't trust the food.
God, now I want mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks.
Item 4.
Yeah.
Is this a bucket? What? Are you hallucinating? This is a
Not
tractor.
from Arby's,
It's an
though. They're
enormous
mid.
machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Tractor 2.
Is this a bucket?
But it's actually a bucket.
Incorrect. This is a bucket. Item 6. Is this a
Shit,
bucket?
what was this one? Was this one yes or no?
I think
This one was a
this one was
gotcha.
both. This one
Oh, it
was
was both. Yes, okay.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Say it's not a bucket.
Well,
Yeah.
I can say that it is a bucket, and then when he asks, I can say no. Should I do that?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll do this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of
Thank
course it
you.
isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket,
No.
which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley.
Okay.
Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
I don't believe everything is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
No, it's the same
I've
ending.
lost all
God
sense
damn
of
it.
perspective.
What,
Well,
What is
okay.
a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere mo...
Okay. What am I missing? Is there anything else I have not done yet?
The comedy.
The comedy.
Like, listen to his comedy routine. You, like, went back, but then you went to the... Wait, I don't know.
All of his
Like,
code
he's
is
gonna do his
gone.
comedy
What did it
shit.
mean?
But you, like,
Stanley
went the
decided to
opposite
go to the
direction, so he
meeting
couldn't do
room.
it.
Perhaps he had simply missed
No,
a
we went both
time.
ways. It was
Stanley's
preliminary to
bucket.
the
only
the ending that was in
co-worker
that
he would
direction.
ever truly need.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket
feel like I've
tightly
done
to his
everything.
chest and entered
Um,
the door on his left.
I went downstairs. I did that. I went to the. They removed the choices there, so that's to do. That's nothing to do with the phone anymore. I went to boss office. I did escape shuttle. I did my control. Yes, no. I did escape. I'm pretty sure that's everything.
Ooh.
Okay.
Except for the Figlies.
Yes. So I'm going to take a moment to go to the meeting room. So I can remember where they are. I know that it's at the blue and red door, so I need to go there. Without the bucket.
What happens if you go there with the bucket?
Then you get the quiz.
Okay.
A large room, lots of boxes. What is that? A large room, lots of boxes.
Does it mean like TV boxes? Like the screen room? The room with all the screens?
Wasn't there.
Okay.
Well, maybe if I follow the adventure line. Because it goes there the first time. Boxes. Maybe. Why did they write that? Was that a hint that I got somewhere from one of these images? Boxes, boxes, boxes.
Yeah, because there were multiple hints.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Okay. Okay. Let's at least get the red and blue door area one.
Even now,
Pass
Stanley's
the
office
bucket
was a
up.
distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something
I'm curious if it says that in the
beautiful.
original game. That'd be cool.
Let me prove it. Let me
Yeah.
prove that I'm on your side.
Yes!
Yes!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
My God. Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm just curious what ending was this way, because it's not
God,
in my
you are
memory.
willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be
Oh,
happy
this
all
is the happiness
time?
ending.
The problem
Fuck.
is all these choices.
I'm sad that
The
we don't
two
get
of
to
us
do this with the
always trying to get
bucket.
somewhere that isn't here.
Damn.
Running and
I
running
do want to
and
see if the
running, just
effects are
way you're
different,
doing
though.
right now.
Because we're
Don't
not in the
you
source
see that
engine
it's
anymore.
killing us, Stanley. I wanted to stop. We would both
It's also
be
where
so
Papers,
much
Please
happier
references.
if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Wow, 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 wow.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Improved room?
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay
remember
right
this, yeah,
here,
yeah.
right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if the little textures down here come up, because in the source version of this game, you can very clearly see the square around each of the textures as they rotate. Oh my God, they kept it. You see?
They're clearly like cubes.
They're just cubes.
They're just cubes.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Papers, Please reference still here? That's just a drawing. Is it? Maybe it's not in this room, huh?
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Mad
No.
funny.
What do we talk about?
Mad
You're risking
funny.
everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you? Please, no, Stanley, let
This
me
was
stay
always one of
here.
my favorite.
Don't take this from me.
This is my
Please,
favorite
Stanley,
ending.
No! Oh. No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
At these colors.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I'm moving.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Mad funny.
Mad funny.
Mad funny.
Damn.
Damn.
Boxes.
Do you just not believe
I
me?
mean,
What can I say to
there
convince
were
you?
boxes. There were the squares, the textures.
Yeah. Wasn't there though.
Eyes emoji.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game?
He's
Yes.
so
Would you throw yourself from this
sad.
platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to
Narrator
keep me from being
He's doing
happy.
that pose
Am I
from,
reading the
The
situation
Nightmare
correctly?
3.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I should post that in the stream.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
Vorchi
I don't
gets
know anymore. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me? Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Wah.
Wah.
Okay. Lots
How
of boxes.
wonderful. Stanley was alone.
Lots of boxes.
Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
How do you trigger the adventure line? Adventure line, adventure line, adventure line.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's the confusion ending, right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I mean,
It was
even
okay.
if it's not the big room with all the
Eager to get
screens,
back to
the
business,
adventure line takes
Stanley
you through
took the
so many
first open
rooms
door
that,
on his
like,
left.
that may just be in one of those.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, bucket, bucket, whoa!
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Bucket.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
I love the wrestling.
Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story
Love
is
that.
absolutely, definitely this way.
This way. I remember you. Okay, it's not here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just
This is so funny.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
Yeah. We need to go Bonks's room.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Can you
Stanley
get
decided
back
to go to
to
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
the
The
fucking?
bucket's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah, I noticed that.
Get
The
back
fucking
to the,
When Stanley... Wait, what?
with
No,
the
restarted.
Rocket
I
League.
definitely
with the
restarted
bucket.
the game over completely.
Do you want to go there with the bucket again?
Everything should be... Oh,
Did you go there?
change?
Yes, with the bucket.
Stanley, did you
What
change
happened?
anything when we were back in that
There was
room
the
with
end
all
of the first
monitors?
stream, remember?
Did you move the story somewhere or...
No, I
Hold
mean
on.
with the bucket.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who
Yeah,
wrote
I
the
went to the escape
story.
pod with the bucket and I put the bucket
It was
in.
right here just a minute
No,
ago.
the Rocket
I know
League.
for sure that it's here somewhere.
Rocket?
The game.
Okay then. It's an adventure.
Oh, Rocket League! I couldn't hear you.
Yes.
Find the story.
I mean, yes, we tried to go back then. That's just where the quiz is.
Okay.
Oh my god, this
okay,
is like the
okay.
back rooms.
I don't know this game well enough.
Whoa.
Well,
That's crazy.
That's wild and crazy. Feels a little bit more cohesive. Is it somewhere here?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You're so funny.
Thank
I
you.
love the...
Okay, yep,
Yeah.
it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Yeah, smart.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
The story.
Here
it comes.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this...
Cool.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Waiting room thing from the
Do you
demo.
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
You win! Congratulations!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people really swear, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
What the
All
fuck
right,
is boxes?
I've got a solution. This
Stanley
time, to
Parable
make sure we
2
don't get
said
lost,
it was the
I've
second.
employed the help of the Stanley Parable.
What'd you say?
At the beginning, it said the Stanley Parable 2 adventure line.
It did?
Adventure line.
Yeah.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Boxes?
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Of course. Payday 2 mask, whoa! Lots of boxes.
Oh, that's cool.
Cut the music. Go back
and
and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
The fun was there.
Make sure you study it closely and
fern.
remember it carefully.
The fern was at your intervention. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Okay,
Love
study
it
it.
so much. Ferns are very interesting in how they reproduce. It's not like
we're back at the
other
office?
traditional plants because they're not very early.
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story is... Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? How do we trust you? After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
We're going to go on our own story, our own adventure without the line. Maybe it's going to be there somewhere.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yes.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
TM.
No lines or monitor rooms.
No lines,
Just
TMs.
don't acknowledge it. We
It's
should be
TM.
fine.
Yes, that's my favorite.
I love the subtitle humor in this game. Especially in the
Yes,
broom
it's
closet
great.
ending where he does the voice and it becomes purple.
Ah, a choice.
Yeah.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door
the
has
opposite
to lead
direction.
somewhere, which means that somewhere, the
Yeah, you're
place
right, sorry.
where we're trying to go, there must be a
You're
reverse
so
door
funny.
that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Wrong.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Find a bookstore.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall.
Wall.
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What's with the music?
Someone was following you.
Yeah.
Oh. Music.
Someone is following you, music.
And the bucket's there.
Yeah.
No, shut up. Shh. What's this from? What's this from? Dun, 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 dun. What the fuck is this from? Oh!
I have no idea.
Is it Undertale? Yes, I'm thinking of Bone Trouncil. I'm thinking of Bone Trouncil.
Okay.
Bucket. We did all the bucket possibilities. Okay.
Wait, but someone's following you.
Are you sure?
Oh wait. Was that just because you looked over your shoulder?
That's just random dialogue.
Whoa. I'm so confused. I thought that was real.
Somewhere with boxes. Someone with boxes.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I love how this game has absolutely no canon. Like, everything is so inconsistent, and it's great.
Can you think of anywhere that has a lot of boxes?
Me?
Yes.
I don't know this game well enough.
Mac?
Costco. Oh, you mean in the game?
Well, there's one possibility.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
A room with
and
boxes
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
is made...
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The line. Okay, that's cool.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
A room with boxes ends up getting made.
Stanley
doing
was
stuff
so
with the
bad
phone
at following
both
directions,
ways.
it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is it perhaps down there and I need to fall onto it? The line!
Yes!
Oh. No way. Okay, I found it.
last Stiggly Wiggly. For this moment, Stanley, this
Yes.
is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Okay. Can I get down? I think the forklift is the highest thing.
But in
Okay.
his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we have
that
all the
everything?
figurines, yes. I'm going to pick up the bucket and I'm going to go to the meeting room.
Okay.
I'm so happy.
I missed the balloons.
Oh yeah, what happened to them?
Ah!
Whoa.
Stanley, I'm
Whoa.
sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
That scared me.
Those figglers.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped thinking
This is
about them
superliminal
since you
shit.
nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Yes.
Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Yes.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I
Oh!
would have nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
The memory zone.
Just one more time.
Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Let's go.
I do love it. Now
Does
remembering
this game,
when Stanley found the collectibles. What?
does the original game have like an ending, or is it just a series of like a bunch of different other
It's
endings?
a series of a bunch of different endings. That was the whole point of the game.
Okay. Because this seems like it might have an ending. This is like forgetting all the collectibles.
It might. Okay, we're going down this time.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find.
Right.
Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
I thought it was going to be a joke, like there weren't going to be any other collectibles.
Hmm.
This is so funny.
Should I pick it up? Does this have where
Can
I
you?
continue? I assume yes.
Whoa.
It's gone. Can I go back? No.
I think door closed behind you.
Okay.
And here was the second Stanley.
Is it remembering the order I
You
took them
found this
in?
one all on your own, just by
Maybe.
poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that,
Ooh, I
Stanley.
wonder.
I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane,
So you
unremarkable
can't
ways.
take more than that. Ah!
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
It's...
Oh.
Can I... Do either of you remember? Third one?
I think it was the boss's office.
Yes, yes, yes. I found it in a little dock area.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, behind the boss's office. It was the third one. You
was
picked
paying
it up,
attention.
and then after that, you
I was
had
not.
3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your
Does he
third
remember
time doing
too?
anything. Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a figgly in this pink room.
No.
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
New York
This
City.
is a nice room. New York City.
Because it's a big apple.
It's the Big Apple, yeah.
This is very funny.
Nice music. I like the pink room.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion.
Okay.
Enjoy.
This whips by the narrator. Fuck yeah.
Oh my god.
Not in there. Ooh. Holy shit. Mini stand number 5. Fuck yeah.
Is this recording of me? Okay.
Maybe?
Woo!
Yeah!
Best boy.
Best boy.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Okay. Fuck is that?
Boxes?
There was something there?
Scary noise is like scraping.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh yes,
Room with
the boxes. Of course.
And then,
Whoa.
Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here in the warehouse. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Hello? Whoa.
Oh.
You are in the present.
And then
Okay.
there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
The fun.
Oh.
The fun was there. We finally saw the fun.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the
Oh.
loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying
so
these
cool.
figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yes. This spot in the warehouse. I remember
I
this.
got so many
I
of
must
them.
say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. What more?
That's a good bit.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes.
Yes. I love that video.
Pink room.
Still don't
I
remember
love
the
the pink
pink
room.
room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
It's a solid room.
It's a really good
room.
room.
I think it's a pretty mid room.
Fuck off.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Next one.
Next one.
What would have happened if I went this way?
I wonder what would happen if I went this one.
Nothing. The memory
No.
zone cannot show things that did not happen.
This is so sad.
True.
Because the pink room totally happened.
Yes.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Jump.
Look, it's
Jump,
the
circle.
terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun. Oh, yes.
Oh, shit.
The two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
The opening
I can
cutscene.
remember.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Oh.
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good.
Is it just
I
going to
did enjoy
reset?
telling this story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Bruh.
Damn.
Well, it's the
That
alt
was a
office.
good
All of his
ending.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Good ending.
Stanley decided.
Cool.
Is Stanley without the bucket really Stanley at all? No, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly
Yeah,
to
man.
his chest and entered
Man, I guess that was
the
it. Because, like, that's like, oh, I'm going to go through the office one more time, but it was really just like looping again.
Still no one was here. Stanley
Damn.
needed the bucket's
what?
warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Oh wow. There's no more figurines.
Stanley, we
so-
must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remain. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay.
Stepping in,
Say goodbye to the bucket.
Yeah, I will. Okay. Checking for a fig leaf. Yeah, we're gonna end stream with me saying goodbye to Bucket. What a fucking great ultra deluxe version of a game, first of its kind.
That was so
That was so
fucking
good.
funny.
Hey.
Can you open the door?
Maybe. Just realizing that we're going back through the normal office and not the
Yeah.
alt
Yeah.
office. Huh.
The balloons are back.
Good. Well, we're going to say goodbye to the bucket.
Wow.
What a fucking really cool game.
Uh-huh.
Really influential on me, like, when it came out. And, like, I've been revisiting it by video, not by playing it, because I wanted the go outside for 5 years achievement. Yeah, wow. And now I have the 10-year achievement to look forward to for this game. I'm not going to open it beyond this stream.
Not gonna open until you're fucking 31.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
God damn.
Crazy.
I played the Stanley Parable for the first time when I was like fucking 14. 13, 14, around then.
God.
Wow.
I would have been 13 because I did buy it like close to release. Fucking bonkers.
Fucking bonkers.
Okay.
One final goodbye.
Goodbye, Bucket.
Bye, Bucket.
Only this time it has stickers on it.
We'll miss you, Bucket.
God.
So fucking funny. I'm glad the Stanley Parable supports objectophilia.
God. The fucking...
God.
My favorite part, I think my favorite part of the game is still the infinite hole.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh.
It was really, really
The
good.
Infinite Hole was really good. I did also... a little thing that I loved. I did love the Silly Birds ending, TBH.
Yeah. No, fucking... It's the one thing where I said, I'm really excited for this. I'm excited for the infinite hole.
Whoa.
And it turned out to be great. Epilogue.
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 Whoa.
Is it just replaying the thing, or...?
Oh, right, because it said it would have an epilogue.
Mm-hmm.
Many, many years later, is Text Person gonna be back? I miss Text Person. Oh.
It's not there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Hey. Okay.
That would have been so good.
Was just wondering.
Sick reference, bro.
Damn. Office chairs. Bruh. It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gone by?
Shit, the memory?
What is that over there?
Yeah. Is that the escape pod?
Go look at the thing. The little thing.
I will in a sec. Yeah. I really hope this is the escape pod.
Give the bucket back! That would be so funny.
Is it moving? Is it a mirage?
No, it's getting closer.
It looked like it was moving.
It did.
Hello?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
That's awesome. That's the best.
I really
That
like
has
this
to-
game.
That has to be because you got that ending period, not because you just did it right, because that would be insane if it was.
I mean, that would be a little bit nutty, yeah.
Yeah.
What if I'm getting the super secret epilogue where I have the bucket? What does the outside this look like? About how I expect it to look. TBH.
This was made by the same people as Superliminal, right?
Was it? Crows?
It has to be with how much similarities it has.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
Look it up. Who made Superliminal? I don't think so. Oh my god.
Wow.
Hello,
Oh,
Castle.
Hmm.
Okay.
Going very deep. Oh.
Whoa.
Is this a review? What is this? Cookie Nine's
Oh.
blog. Oh my god. Review. The
Oh my
Stanley Parable
god.
2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with the sequel. What?
No.
Where the first game
No.
teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull and inspired and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new
No.
endings? What about enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Unit's diversion feels incomplete. Collecting little figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting. A welcoming reprieve from... What did they say? These are all dates.
Newspaper?
Recent comments. Go Guy on review. Piss Order 0999. Bobbling on Cookie Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Bobbling on review to Stanley Parable 2. Go Guy on review. Okay. Recent posts. Review Stanley Parable 2. Sorry I haven't been blogging too much. Review SNRAF3. Protected posts. Cookies Corner. We need to talk about sequels. Okay.
Cool. Piece of shit, Cookie 9.
The Mammal Times. Cat Dog Born.
Cat dog.
I'm so
From the
fucking happy
90s.
about it. It was the 90s all along.
Cat dog.
Jim.
Yes.
Jim.
Oh my god.
Jim.
It did show up in the final game. Wow.
Wow. Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. And the Stanley Parable launched from success in 2013 creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But disastrous critical and commercial reception of Stanley Parable 2 has prompted developers to rethink their ambitions and has outlined in the press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, read the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appeared more than 25 times in the press release.
God.
Review scores for game history. Get on the green.
Get on the green.
What website is this?
Get
Real
on.
Web.
Real web.
Jim.
Thank you.
I like that these are the lights for this
Yeah.
place.
Stanley.
Huh?
One of them said Stanley.
Did they?
Jim. Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley. Jim. Stanley.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you for doing this, Brindles.
Is it the figure?
It's all of them.
Oh my god.
was more than 6.
No. Oh, I can't go back. It's too steep.
Oh.
Why the fuck?
What is happening? It's the 2 doors.
No, it's not.
It's 2 doors.
There are 2 doors.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello again.
Oh.
It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this terrible franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we need to do is change a number in the game's title screen. We'll just need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so excited. Stanley Parable 3.
Outstretched explosion.
Part 5 Explosion.
The last ever.
Temple of Cheese.
Temple of Tax Disc.
I like the Revenge of the Pantry. The Stanley Parable 3, The Revenge of the Pantry. It was absurd. I love it. Every time you would restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, cycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Yep. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. You know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright there, the achievement machine is all fixed. You see? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Aww.
What time is it?
12:41 a.m.
God damn.
Yep. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Wah 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 wah.
Yes!
The car! The car! The car!
Beep, beep.
Cool.
Beep, beep.
I love this shit.
So is anything gonna be different?
No, I said nothing in the game is going to be changed.
This is the story of a...
Oh. Oh, okay.
Seems so.
All of his co-workers
I'm going to pick
were
up the
gone.
bucket and then close
What
the
could it
game.
mean? Stanley
Okay.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Replacement
missed a
bucket.
memo.
Oh.
Okay, is this because of the epilogue, or is this because I did the escape ending?
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Oh!
Oh yeah,
Okay.
they said they fixed the achievement machine.
Where was the achievement
Yeah.
machine?
In the new content.
Oh.
Go here.
New content? What does that mean? New content.
Okay.
New content with the bucket.
I do have to go back to the new content. It'll take a little while.
Unless.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
I love that some of the lights are flickering.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
You can
keep your jumps this time.
I've just now realized.
You can keep your jumps this time.
It's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
How deep is this going?
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Ahim.
All right.
No jumps
let's
left.
See it's
No jumps.
The jump circle?
Well, damn, I didn't realize that I would only have that many jumps permanently.
God.
That's kind of funny.
The giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game? Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly.
Yes.
Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve of victory on my soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
So happy.
I love him.
He wins.
Yes. Well, let's see if we can get to the new content.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
No. You gotta go to the secret. Ooh, return. Wait, no.
Bree, look behind you.
Return.
Bree.
Return.
Bree.
Look behind me.
Bree, you're blind. Bree, you're blind.
Dude, Bree.
Go back in the fucking new content.
No. Bree, go back to new content.
I was going here. What?
Look, the sign.
Yes?
Okay.
What?
You're acting like that was there before.
No, I'm not. What the fuck did you think was happening?
You didn't acknowledge it at all.
Yeah.
Why would I need to?
Bro, because like the first time you came back, the narrator was like, "I need to show you a secret."
Yes.
We're going to show these stupid.
When you started saying "look behind you," I was like, "What the fuck? Did I miss something that was like changed and different?"
Because you sounded disappointed because there wasn't a big neon sign. You're like, "Oh, there's nothing different here." But it was like, "No, look, the sign."
Oh, I was disappointed because I thought I could like sneak in past the door and go behind it.
Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Wow.
The second one. No way.
No fucking
Yes,
way.
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
Very
It'll
true.
all work itself out. Here we are.
What happens if you go back
on,
to the bucket?
Try out some of
I am
the
going
features.
right now.
Two buckets? No, you already have it.
7 vaginas.
Oh.
Wait,
What?
there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly
I'm going to do
wonderful.
wheel
With
buckets.
2 buckets, there's no telling.
Please.
Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley!
Oh,
Oh, thank God. I
No!
didn't lose you, Stanley.
Oh my God.
The power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them.
no!
I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
That was funny.
I want you to know that that was instant when I clicked on it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons.
Yes.
But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Yay.
Happy 12th
Yay.
birthday, step-niece it is.
I get to have these now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've
The
made my decision. We're moving on.
collectibles. Do you get
Is-
more?
Is my counter gonna be wrong? Ooh.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Yes! I got it!
As you can see,
Swag.
the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
Yes.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it?
Yay.
Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure.
I don't think this is not
Yes, as you
over.
can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2.
This game is so good.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Let's have a look, see what happens when I get another collectible.
Uh-huh. And also infinite hole because yeah.
What else?
Yes.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Well, we can say hi to the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent
yes,
all your
yes.
jumps the first time we saw the jump
Collectibles.
circle.
That's new.
Oh, well.
That's new. That's
I
new.
suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece. Then.
Oh. Ho ho.
You've been here already.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh, what else is that? The jump circle? Yes, yes, yes. Infinite hole.
Infinite hole. Infinite hole.
I'd love to have infinite hole.
I love to have infinite hole.
I kind of hope it's just the same because I want to relive it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it's something new, ooh,
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can
I'm
fall
so glad I
down
went.
forever. That's
Don't you
right.
want to go
Infinite
back?
falling.
Yeah.
You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay, I want to hear the fucking audio that plays when you fall down a hole because it's amazing.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I love infinite hole.
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again?
Yes.
I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever.
This is
There
cute.
really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again, so we can get back to what's really important about...
Ding.
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Yes.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right.
This is only dialogue.
The
That's cool.
problem is that you like holes too much.
Just because I teleported.
A normal person would have said, "Yep, that's an infinite
This is
hole
the
right there.
same.
Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of. Oh, did the hole seem even shorter?
Sort of
to you
punishment
this
for the
time?
hole.
I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length.
Did you know that Coca-Cola in like the 50s was like advertised to women as helping them
And
lose
we'll see if
weight?
it gets any shorter.
Isn't that nuts?
Well, there it is.
Yeah.
A shame of my... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Don't judge. Some
You
people like
just
small
do
holes.
whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix
Cross
this.
my knees.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole. Now you'll get more time with it
That was
than you
actually
could ever
really
have asked
good.
for.
That
It's
was
a
like
win
spot
for
on.
everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the whole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Trying to see how gently it's not moving. Incredibly gently. Wow. Okay, it's not actually started moving.
Yeah, it has. It's definitely moving.
Is it?
Very slowly, I think.
There we go.
No, there. Okay, I was just insane.
I had a point of reference because this is in windowed. And
Yeah,
it was
okay.
not moving. My brain was tricking it into moving because I wanted it to be.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, this time I'm going to cycle through as many of the models as possible.
Yes, please. That's what I want.
And also the realities.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a new model now, please. Perception. I like this one.
That was really good.
This one was just noise.
Change your realities.
I love this one.
Yes. Reality. Do all of them. Do them all.
Ooh. Oh!
Dog.
This is such a good one!
Doggies. Holy shit.
Change yourself.
Ooh.
Fucking hell.
Change yourself again, please.
Spam it. Spam it.
Yes!
Yes.
Whoa!
That's good.
Okay.
Okay, back to normal. Go through all the realities.
Stanley! Stanley!
Okay, that was all then.
Oh good, you're awake.
Okay.
It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
What a good way to
drifting away
finish
into
stream.
dreamland. That's Stanley.
Okay, think we're done.
Maybe. I'm not positive.
Because this hole is just so darn
Should I look it up?
fascinating that I want you to be wide
How
awake
would
for
you look
every
it up?
second of it.
When does Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe
time to time and wake you up to keep you
End.
really truly
End.
focused on the whole? From the looks of things, you and
But
I
the
will
end
have
is never
many,
the end,
many
it's never
years
the
here
end,
in this
you
hole,
guys.
and I'm looking forward to all
ending
of them.
guide?
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Toodlepip.
The heaven ending. Out of map ending. Whiteboard ending. What is the whiteboard ending? Do you know what the whiteboard ending is?
Is the whiteboard ending real? Look at what the whiteboard ending is. Because like that was from the first game.
Occasionally, the path to the two doors room will change to Stanley Parable's semi-random map designs. Rather than going straight out of Stanley's office, right, straight ahead and left, the layout will be notably different. Sometimes it will be reversed, or just straight line to the two doors room.
It's literally like you do a complex sequence of events that changes the office, and eventually you get to a room that just like has a whiteboard in it and says, "The whiteboard ending, you got it."
Welcome to the whiteboard ending, yeah.
Nothing else happens.
Here we are.
The
Go on.
the
Try
insane
out some of
ending,
these.
the escape pod ending, the press conference ending.
Press conference ending. What's the press
After
conference ending?
after arriving at the two doors room, go left up the stairs into the boss's office, enter the keypad code to the narrator, and as the elevator is revealed, however, after getting in it and heading downward, the player can press the buttons again to go back up.
Is that a new ending or is that?
Is that new to Ultra Deluxe?
Someone was
It does-
following
I
Stanley.
don't-
He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now,
It doesn't
he
look
was
like it's
sure
new.
that
It's listing
what
all the
new mysteries lay in
original
store for our
endings.
bucket-loving heroes today. Let's find out.
I've not even heard of this ending.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the
Now
door
you'll
on
see
his
the
left.
bucket version of it.
Yeah.
Enter the keypad and an elevator is revealed.
Stanley needed
However,
the bucket's
after
warmth
getting in it
comfort
and
now
heading
more than ever.
downwards, the player can
Perhaps
press the
his
button
boss's
again
office
to go
was
back
where
up.
he'd find
Okay.
out. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs.
Can you
to the
find out if
boss's
that was in the
office.
original?
It's clumped in along like
Stepping into his manager's office,
a
Stanley
bunch
was
of
once
like
again
regular
stunned to discover not an
original
indication of any
endings.
human
So I guess
life.
it is.
Crushed by the
I
but
was
Stanley
obsessed
guessed the
with this
correct code
game.
by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Am I just like
Yes,
blanketing
is
this from my
certainly the most
mind, maybe?
logical explanation.
Maybe.
No, because this used to be one button.
Oh.
This used to be a single button.
Oh.
This has to be new. It was a big red, fucking like deep red button.
Yes,
Haha. And we
Wait,
get to see the
Stanley
bucket.
said to the bucket.
Yes!
Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
The bucket said nothing.
Also-
Sorry, we're not finished with the game yet.
No.
Oh, hello. Thank you, X the Xol, for following. I assume you're an
Also-
axolotl named X. That's cute.
In
Here
the
we are,
video,
said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3.
What'd you say?
in the video that I clicked on, there's they start in the office and like the office has like a whole lot of papers on the ground everywhere.
I think that's just a note you can get.
Okay.
Button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Huh?
What?
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Is it just gonna be normal from here? Question mark.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Thank you for the hydrate.
A hint of
behind
regret
you?
nagged in the back of Stanley's mind.
Look behind you.
Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket
Still up.
again? No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to
love
see
this.
what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
This is how I feel. I love the number 3 so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's such a cool number.
Why does it stop me
Good
looking that
number.
way?
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, He looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all. Only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Okay.
Okay, what happens if you don't have the bucket and do this?
I'm wondering. It's probably something important to do with 3.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator.
Wow.
He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be? Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
That was a bad idea, by the way.
He
That's okay.
advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Again, Minecraft door opening noise.
Minecraft sound.
Yeah.
I love Stanley.
Tonight, live on stage. Stanley. World's first sentient machine. Why is it? Okay. Doing great. A conversation with Alexander the Great.
Doing great.
3.
This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Aww.
This is so cute.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
God damn.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Also tell them I called them cute. Me? Who's them?
What happened? No bucket. Elevator.
No bucket time.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped
Lighting
it
anomaly?
was. He hoped very much that it was.
That's a reference that no one will get.
What did you say?
I said lighting anomaly.
Lighting anomaly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet,
yes,
but
that's
there
true,
was
nothing
nothing
there.
here. So he turned around. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office,
Observation
Stanley was
duty
once again
reference.
stunned to discover
Well,
not
they
an
got the
indication
reference.
of any
Okay.
human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley was in
What's
such a
observation
rush to
duty?
get through the story as quickly
It's
as
that
possible.
game I showed you.
He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oh,
That
okay,
kind
yeah.
of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Ah.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Let's go.
Whoa!
So what is this
Oh,
going to be?
Okay, there are two buttons. I saw only one button glowing for a second. I was like, oh, there's only one button now. Whoa!
The lighting from my keyboard reflecting my belly makes it look so oily and like slick.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
What if it was completely meaningless and they just let you do this?
That'd be fun, huh?
Slagging
Here we are,
behind?
Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I bolted to the edge of my seat.
Did you say something about the comment I made? I was not sure that slagging was the correct word. Does slagging mean like to lag behind in America?
I don't.
Because
think
slagging
so?
over here just means like, well, I guess it can be used like in that sort of context.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
The other thing? What other thing? Observation duty reference?
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
No.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
It's
the
time
observation
once
thing.
again
Yes,
to go
Vorchi
back
said
up
that
in the
it was the game that
elevator.
she showed me, and I was
I
like,
can't
oh,
even
yeah.
begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Abugua, 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 Abugua. Is it the boss's office? Oh my god.
It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to
It's
process.
okay, it's okay. Banger music.
Yeah, it kind of whips.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course, going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Exactly.
I love this game. Sad I didn't get this before the epilogue, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, do it again!
Again.
I didn't say anything this time.
Nothing. Oh.
You know what?
Oh, okay.
I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment.
Oh.
Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
Yes!
They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
I know, right?
But where's the tension?
Ah!
Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Yes. Oh, good, we're here.
What's this place?
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
World's healthiest human being, Ultrix revealed. How we did it, the pyramids. Live, the guy who went to Mars. Him? He did it.
That guy.
He did it.
That guy. He terraformed Mars all by his dang self. Peace, baby.
Ah, yes. Here it is. Just through this door.
Doing great.
All right. Are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling.
Stanley Ryder.
And what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay. It looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Okay.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there's so many this time. Wow.
Wow.
Then you die.
What?
bruh.
Wait, what was that? What?
That
What
was just some subtitles.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it?
Is it?
Is this Stanley's office?
Okay. Well, I assume that's it finished. That was just the ending.
I guess.
Yeah, we're
I
done.
fucking died.
Thought to himself, this is a bucket.
He's a bucket.
And indeed it was.
Dear God.
Reference.
This balloon has a job.
Yes, oh my god.
Yes.
At someone on Twitter with this. Yeah, take a picture of this and give this to fucking Eris or something.
Okay. Okay. I have I've taken a screenshot of it. I will do something with it later. Oh my god, it's 420! Bottom of the mind control facility ending.
Wait, what? They put something there?
From the start of Stanley's office, go left of the 2 doors, up the stairs, and into the boss's office. Once the
Stanley
secret
clutched the
passageway
bucket
is
tightly to
open,
his chest
head
and
down
entered
the elevator
door.
and into the mind control facility. Rather than following the path along the catwalks, it is
Still no one
possible
was
to
here.
climb on the chair
Stanley
and
needed the
desk
bucket's
housing
warmth
the
and
light
comfort now
bulb
more
button
than ever.
and fall
Perhaps
off
his
the
boss's
walkway into
office
the abyss
was where he'd
below.
find out. Coming to a stand.
In the original
Stanley
game,
and the
this
bucket
was a
walked
bug,
upstairs to the
but the
boss's
narrator
office.
tells the player about this new ending path.
Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
This is going longer than I thought it would, but
This
there's
is
a
certainly
bunch
the
of
most
new
logical
endings.
Explanation.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was it I have to do? I have to go into the bottom of the mind control thing?
You have to climb on the chair and desk housing the light bulb button and fall off the walkway into the abyss below.
Oh. Oh, I thought that what you were talking about was like the weird big pit that's in the mind
Stanley and the
control
bucket
facility.
walked straight ahead through the large door
Like
that
the
read,
the power
Mind
area.
Control Facility.
Okay.
So it's possible to climb up onto this.
Yep, it is. Whee!
Whee!
Have the bucket too.
Just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall.
Yes.
Now, what to do next, Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed.
Ah.
It really wasn't so bad down here. A bit cold, perhaps.
Aw.
After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well,
This
and a
is so
sort of
sweet.
kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it
Oh,
wasn't
my
until
God.
the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a
Wow.
In fact,
I
after some
fucking love
time,
this game.
Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him.
Oh.
Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket.
Oh.
quickly.
Ah.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Wow. And now this bucket list?
I imagine so, yeah.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Fuck up in the subtitling.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Dizzy went, isn't this what one
Yet
is
there
about?
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Yeah, what were you saying
Stanley
that to,
decided
Dizzy?
to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Because remember, I watched one with Dizzy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah,
Oh.
blah, blah. Dark secrets,
Yay.
keypad, Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
About the balloon with the job. Oh. I'm getting sick of this 9 to 5!
Oh, come on!
Stanley walked
Another
straight ahead through the
Monday!
large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh no! I tripped.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the Mind Control Facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more content, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
This whips.
I love Mr. Universe.
Okay,
God.
would it make a difference if you turn the lights on and then jump down?
I don't think so. We can try.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
All
it
of
be?
his
I mean,
coworkers are
Stanley
gone.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Well, the
Perhaps he had simply
lights are
missed a
only
memo.
really for like the screens. You can't see the bottom of the pit. We'll try it anyway. Is there anything else I have to
Stanley
do?
came to a set of 2 open doors.
The
He entered
countdown
the door on his left.
ending, the freedom ending.
Oh, the countdown ending? I know that one.
Yeah.
That's just
Yet there was not a single
that's just
person
turning
here
on
either.
the power, right?
Feeling a wave of
The
disbelief,
confusion
Stanley decided
ending.
to
Yeah, we
go
did that.
up to his boss's
The
office.
powerful
Coming
slash
to a
cold
staircase,
feet ending.
Stanley walked upstairs
What is that?
to his boss's office.
Disobeying the narrator's instructions will lead Stanley to the cargo room access
you
by
just
moving
died.
through the right door.
Here's the door. Just go.
Yeah. The vent ending.
Vent ending. I think we did that.
Yeah. Wait, the vent ending is a new addition to the Ultra Deluxe Edition, accessible after reaching the cargo room from Stanley's starting office. Head right at 2 doors and straight ahead to the cargo room. Rather than getting on the lift, it is possible to guide Stanley over the fence on the left by using a plank, followed by crouching into the nearby vent.
Oh, that does sound different. Okay.
It is considerably easier to get this ending while looking for the mini Stanley.
What horrible secret did this place hold, Stanley?
I guess you could just walk along here the whole time.
To the bottom of the mind control
Okay.
facility.
Never mind then.
You see.
Okay, so it's the same. So there was an ending where that one Figley was.
Yeah.
In the cargo area.
I just didn't notice. Oh. Hello? Which of these ones? Oh.
There's a lot of things. I think it's the green one?
It's not the green one. This is one.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
That's nice. I love my real wife. Should I take the bucket? No, I'm gonna do this in the correct sequencing.
The correct.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay. It just says that every time now.
Back to business,
Lizzie says Vorchi is lying. There is no more game.
On his left.
Dizzy wants to go to bed.
Stanley was so bad at following directions. It's incredible he wasn't 5
Oh, there's literally a
years
ramp
ago.
here. Whoops.
Oh, yeah.
I like hug the edge. Okay, the vent.
Yeah.
Vent. Oh my god.
Among Us.
Please be sussy. Please be sussy. Oh. Fuck away.
What the fuck?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. So far off the beaten path.
Huh.
You didn't think I was actually just a reporter? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Now with Bucket!
Now with Bucket! What is happening? We got the vent ending.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started. And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes. I love that bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley
I am keeping
had
up
felt
both of
the
you as
bucket
well.
calling to him, telling
And Dizzy.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Well, I don't have to go to sleep.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no.
Too
Never
powerful.
mind. The bucket was wrong.
Bucket was
Stanley
wrong.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Vorchi closed the fucking ending guide.
No. You can go to sleep if you want.
Yeah. The VOD'll be here for you. You're making more endings.
You're making them up.
Oh?
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost
Whoa.
track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What?
Do you remember? Gombarata was referenced previously.
What? No.
I thought that was a one-off fucking gag. Oh my god. Also,
What was the reference?
It's not a reference. It's just that the narrator said that he channeled Gombarata to make the bucket at one point.
Oh, okay. Okay. The phone ending. The real person ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Yeah, I'm plugging in the phone. The Zending.
I did this. What the fuck? Where am I? Whoa.
The art. The art ending.
What's the art ending?
With the baby.
Mm-hmm.
When Stanley
the
came
game's
to a set
ending.
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The game's ending. You know, with Firewatch and Rocket.
Just read ones that we haven't done.
There's more content ending. Skip button ending. The sequel ending. The whole ending. The figurines ending. Reassurance bucket. Oh yeah, the buckets ending. Epilogue. Whoa. No. Bucket. Bringing it outside the map will lead to a surprisingly dark story path. Accessing the epilogue is a bit of a puzzle, but it is keeping
Are there multiple things to do in the epilogue?
Accessing the epilogue is a bit of a puzzle, but is in keeping with the meta-narrative of the Stanley Parable's design. It requires the player to close and reopen the entire game several times, prompting them to interact with several sliders and time settings. After enough attempts at reopening the game, the on-screen text will tell the player that they will talk again. When the main menu appears, an epilogue option will be added. Okay. No, I know you've done this. I was just like
Stanley
giving an
just stood
explanation
there
for what
doing
caused
nothing
it.
at all.
Oh.
He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Okay, so I think that's everything.
Yeah. Mac, what are you gonna say?
Oh, I just thought that it was really cool that your game crashing on you so many times
Enabled me to
actually
get to
helped
the
us.
epilogue.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, it's something that we need to do.
Yeah.
Let's reopen the game.
And get to the Stanley Parable 4.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just recap all the endings. Reluctance ending, Heaven ending, Out of Map ending, Whiteboard ending, Insane ending, Escape Pod ending, Press Conference ending, Museum ending, Bottom of the Mind Control Facility ending, Countdown ending, Freedom ending, Confusion ending, Cold Feet / Powerful ending, Vent ending, Phone ending, Real Person ending, Zending, Art ending, Games ending, New Content ending, Skip Button ending, Sequel ending, not White Hole, Whole Hole ending, Figurines ending.
Stanley Parable 4, Avoid the Spiders.
And then just all of those, but with buckets instead. And then the epilogue. Okay, so I think that's everything.
I think it's everything.
I think that's everything. How do you get to the countdown again?
You just turn on the power.
Okay.
That's how you got to Silly Birds.
Okay, gotcha.
With the bucket. Stanley Parable 5.
Dealing with the square. One with the electrode.
An inspector calls! Oh my god!
My god, oh my god!
Vorchi, you don't know what an inspector call is.
No, I don't. Beyond pirate. Beyond hole punch. Beyond square.
Dealing with the pirate.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
So epic.
Heck yeah. So yeah, I think that's everything. It seemed like I'm still uncertain because it felt like there's fucking, you know, it feels like there still could be something more because of the nature of the game, you know what I mean? But I think it's safe to say that's like at least most things. So yeah. The stream like was probably about to end like an hour ago, 2 hours ago. It's fucking great.
God.
Worth it. Hashtag worth it.
Hashtag worth it. That was a really fun thing to stream. Expect next Patrick's Power box. Because I know it's a puzzle game and there's a lot of puzzles, a lot of them, but like I'm going to hit a wall eventually and then I will just stop streaming it.
And then you can play it like offline or
Yeah,
just,
offline.
Like, yeah.
And then beyond that, Disco Elysium, I think.
That's why.
Because like I don't want to put it off for too long. Snake bought me the whole game.
Yeah. I'm not so excited for that.
Next. I won't be doing stuff for this weekend. Probably be busy a little bit beyond the weekend, but like beyond the weekends, things, stuff might happen. Bye bye stream.
Bye bye stream.
Bye.